Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of At Least You Know Comedy Show. Today we're having what is this, part 3? Ladies Night part 3.
Yeah.
Third time we've had the women's in here.
Yeah.
And I've got some kind of like topical questions to ask everybody. So before we get started with that, I want to talk about this goofy ass game that me and Ethan have been playing. It's called Grounded. It's pretty fucking good. What do you guys think about it? Literally, Sam goes, the spider game?
It's Honey, I Shrunk the Kids meets, like...
Ark, Survival Evolved.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, essentially.
Except a lot
Spookier.
better than Ark.
My
For
favorite
the whole 5
thing
minutes
is...
I played Ark.
My favorite thing is the arachnophobia.
There's literally a
sensor.
setting called arachnophobia safety or something like that, where you can like turn down the visuals on the spiders to make them look like it's just like the body. There's
But
no
it's white.
legs. Yeah.
So it just turns it into these two little white circles with red eyes instead of like a huge banana spider.
Fuck that.
That's
For
not the
people who
same.
are
Mama
scared
didn't
of
raise no
spiders
bitch.
but still want to play the game.
Right.
It's not the same though.
I mean, at
like,
least they're conscious
Yeah.
of that, but I
Yeah.
didn't watch enough of it to really.
Well, the
all
reason
I saw him doing was like laying bamboo down, and I'm like, and then
It
spiders come
was
at him, and I'm
weed
like, what
stem,
kind of
thank you.
stuff is it?
it was
Oh,
dandelion.
excuse me.
It was,
Whatever
it was the
was.
stem from a dandelion.
Oh,
yeah, but like
sounds exciting.
So basically what it is you and your 3 friends got shrunk down to the size of literal ants, and you get to go through and fight ants, and you build things, and you got to scavenge for food and watch your thirst meter and stuff like that. It's a really interesting concept. It's a survival game.
have you ever seen Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? Just make that a video game.
Pretty much, yeah.
Sounds like it.
Also, those ants can kiss my ass.
Jesus. You fight one, 30 of them come.
You should have heard Dylan earlier. He was walking, and then an ant saw him. He goes, "Fuck! It saw me!" and like ran.
No, it was a spider.
Oh, a spider, yeah.
It was a
But I
spider.
was like, oh my god. And you just see his little character, like, just scooting across the little screen. I'm
He
like,
kept on saying,
okay.
like, why is my dude hungry? And, like, why is my dude this? And I'm like,
That was pissing me off.
just
I
scrolls
was
through
like,
TikTok, just gives
what are you?
up.
And then
That
he
was
jumps
pissing me
back
off,
over
though.
to Destiny or whatever, and
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, now this I know what you're doing.
This makes
Okay.
sense.
This
See,
I can
Destiny,
get.
I don't understand at all.
I mean, I don't get it, but I've watched him play it so much. I'm like, I'm a pro.
The problem
Oh,
with
I don't
Destiny,
pay attention.
the problem with Destiny right now for people that are just now getting into it or learning anything about it, is that for the last 3 years they've put out a little bit at least of something new every single fucking month. So the lore book is about this fucking thick.
Exactly.
And people have no idea what's happening in it.
And then there's people like us who played it all last season every single day till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning every day.
Yeah.
And we still don't know what the fuck is going
Yeah.
on half the
Yeah.
time.
What was that one game that you played? It was like Andromeda or whatever it was.
Andromeda.
Mass Effect Andromeda.
That's
That-
not a Mass Effect game. We're not talking about that.
But I'm
It's a
saying,
fucking
like,
disgrace.
that-
It's my favorite
from what
game
I remember
series.
about it, it kind of reminds me a little bit of how Destiny is.
No, Destiny has a little more like mysticism.
Maybe are you talking
Magic
about
and
No
shit
Man's
in it.
Sky? Was she around?
She
No
never
No.
saw No Man's Sky, but you need to because that's a cool ass game.
That was one of the only
Um,
games I ever, like, paid attention while you played.
Destiny?
No.
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky. Dude, I went back and tried to play it the other day. I was so lost. I had no idea what the fuck was going on.
Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 are my favorite games. That is my favorite game series. Just the story in it is great. Every damn thing about all 3 of those games is good, with the exception of the first one, because it was good for its time, but you go back and play it now, and it's like trying to play fucking Super Mario. It just doesn't exactly work out.
Yeah.
But what these idiots did when they made Mass Effect Andromeda was a fucking disgrace.
We made it
They-
in 2 minutes.
Well, I'm sorry I brought it up.
Yeah, now I'm mad.
Jesus.
I'm glad we
Like,
drove.
I'm-
I'm really glad we
He
drove
went on
in
this whole
separate cars.
tangent. Fuck that game. I don't give a fuck. Stupid.
The game is ass though. I watched.
Horrible. It's so bad.
I literally was just comparing the 2 games of like, it reminds me of this, and then it's just like,
Wait a minute.
How
rant.
dare you insult?
right.
So
dare you speak of
for
that
us,
game?
that's like, yeah, I don't really care for Blackpink. They kind of remind me of.
Listen,
hang on,
hold
no.
up.
Listen, hang on. Let me make the comparison for you. I don't really care for Blackpink. They remind me of Baby Metal. That's what you just said to us.
Ew.
Yeah,
I'm
Destiny's
gonna
cool,
come
but it
across
reminds
this
me.
table.
Exactly. Now you know how Ethan
I'm gonna
feels right
throw
now.
this chair.
You get what I'm saying.
No.
We don't bring Blackpink
really-
up.
Right, we're not blasting Blackpink in this. No.
I don't like
No.
that game. Reminds me of Dungeons and Dragons. Sit the fuck down. So, the first experience that I fucking hate spiders. I've always hated spiders. They terrify me. So,
We live in a spider's nest.
stop. I can't sleep as it is. Jesus Christ, Tori.
Now I'm gonna be looking around like.
No, like we have to spray for them like every season because it's like
Because if we
we
don't,
have
we'll
so
see
many
30.
trees. Yeah, but I have those little like sticky traps like by the door, under the couch, under the TV, under the chair, at the stairs,
Behind the
behind
toilet.
the toilets. Like
The turlet.
they're everywhere because I'm so scared of finding them.
Yeah, we had to spray because we kept having little wolf spiders. And every time I would look at it, I'm like, is that a brown recluse? Because
I
it
don't-
looks so
Little
similar in
my
some
ass.
ways.
Them motherfuckers are the size of that fucking headphone amp right there.
I don't care what
Fuckers
size
were
they are. I
huge.
hate them all.
Right.
I hate them all equally. I don't discriminate.
We
Fuck
lost
all
one.
spiders.
We lost one on the window in the living room. Like what was it, 2 weeks ago?
Oh my
You
god.
lost
So it was
Wait a
on the
minute.
curtain. Well, it was on
It was
the
on
curtain.
the curtain, so
And
I went to
was
grab
like-
something to
I
kill
was
it.
like, Dylan, don't move. And he's like, what? And I was like, there's a massive spider on the curtain. You have to kill it. So he went and got a shoe, and whenever he went to hit it, it was gone. So we shook the
So it was
curtains. We
Houdini.
moved all the blinds. We moved everything out of the floor. It was gone. He literally sat in the chair with the shoe staring at the window until he was able to kill it. He was
Don't
like,
play
I'm
that
not
bullshit.
moving
Fuck
until
that.
it's dead.
There
Fuck
was
that
one on
spider.
our curtain one time, and I literally waited and I watched it like a hawk until he got home, and I made him kill it because I couldn't kill it. Because, I mean, the fucker was
Yeah.
big.
You're
huge.
not.
That's
you're-
how big
you're
ours
not-
was.
You're not thinking about the one
I'm
Tom
literally
killed,
itching
are you?
right now.
Huh?
You're not thinking about the one that Tom killed, are you? At the house that was on the curtain? Tom was over at the house back years ago. Tom was over at the house, and there was a spider on the curtain, and she shit her pants over it, and Tom, like, took off his fucking sandal and just across the fucking room and killed that motherfucker. Big ass I mean, that bitch exploded on the curtain. There was shit
Oh, no,
all
I
over
remember
it.
that time. Now
Yeah.
that you're talking about it. But, no, this time I had to wait for him to get home. I think I was pregnant at that point in time.
Y'all,
And I was like, no way.
I'm going to expose myself right now. But while I was dry erase thing, magic eraser, whatever it is, scrubbing our walls today, I forgot that a week ago in the middle of the night, I woke up, went to the bathroom. Whenever I came back, there was a spider on the wall. And I threw a water bottle at it because Dylan was downstairs. And I forgot about it after that. And whenever I was scrubbing the walls today, I was reminded. It was behind our bedroom door.
R.I.P.
There he is chilling.
R.I.P.
It was a trophy.
Trophy.
Spiders don't bother me anymore.
Guts
I'll
splattered
tell you-
on the wall.
He was
tell you what,
very
though.
tiny, but still very noticeable.
Like he said, doesn't matter the size. It's just
They're all
nope.
they're all assholes.
Right.
So the first time I saw a spider on this game, it was like it's like you're in the woods because it's grass blades. They're as big as trees. So you're walking through, and all I got is this shitty little torch, and I'm like looking around, and at the edge of the light from the torch, I see 4 red eyes light up, and then all of a sudden I hear, and I'm like, no. I shit my pants.
Abort.
It was so fucking bad. I was so scared. I had a dream about it last night. That's how bad it
Oh
was.
my god.
I hate them. I really do. I hate spiders. I hate aliens. I hate the water. I have a fucking alien in here.
My favorite thing is that he's like terrified of water, and I could literally live on a boat.
Nope.
You're terrified of water.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
he's
hate
Like
scared
it.
of water.
getting in like the ocean
almost
and
drowned.
stuff like that.
I almost drowned when I was really young, and it kind of
Uh-huh.
fucked me up for life.
I mean, I can understand that.
I
Like,
mean,
you have trauma behind your fear with
but he'll
it.
he can go swimming with me. Like when we go to the ocean,
If
as
I
long
can't
as he
see
can
the bottom,
touch, he's
no.
fine. But like he won't go to the lake with me. So like when I go with my mom, it's like
It depends on what body of water I'm in if I can't see the bottom.
a lake. I don't
Like
want
the
to see the
ocean
bottom.
terrifies me.
I don't want to see the bottom of the
Does
lake.
it really?
I mean, once you get past a certain spot, like up close to the shore, I'm like, I'm good. I'm Gucci.
Dylan had to literally
But
steal
past
a
that,
raft because he was so scared for me because I just laid on my back and floated to an abyss because I just love
Here's
the
the
water.
thing: we were drunk and high.
He had an edible
Oops.
and I had been drinking
Allegedly.
since I woke up.
Allegedly.
Sorry.
Allegedly.
All
We
you
were
have to just say
unemployed.
is allegedly.
We were unemployed.
This was years ago.
Yeah. So I was just in the ocean, floating on my back, just going wherever I wanted to go,
Just where the water wants to take you.
Yeah, my eyes were closed, just didn't even have a care in the world. And all of a sudden I hear, "Babe, I can't get you out there. I can't swim that far from the shore."
Oh.
And I was like, "I'm fine." And he like
She was not fine.
He stole a raft, like a blow up raft with this random guy that was hanging out with Rachel that was with us. He stole the raft, got in it, got in the ocean, only grabbed one of the paddles, was just spinning himself in a circle. So then, instead of him saving me, it turned into me swimming back to shore to get it.
Dude, the guy that owned the raft eventually like came over and like snatched it out from under me. So I'm just in the ocean. I can't swim. So I'm like in the ocean. I can't find the
Fucking
bottom
serious?
anywhere. Yeah.
You should have fucking drowned him.
Right.
Well, the thing is,
fuck that guy.
Fucking dick.
what would you do if a drunk man just came up and stole your fucking raft?
Right, but he was with y'all, right?
No, he didn't really know us, though. He
He had-
only knew the girls.
The
He hadn't
group
met
that we were
us.
out with, that we were in Florida with, went out to Coyote Ugly the night before, and they met him there.
Well, then, yeah, you still should have drowned him. I mean,
Should've hit
that
him
don't
in the head
change
with
shit.
the paddle.
I don't
Like,
think he knew
Hit him
that
with
we
that
were with
one
them.
single paddle you had.
Yeah, I don't think he knew we were with them.
Oh,
So
okay.
until after that is when he started to get more comfortable. But
Like, I'm just saying, I'd have fucking
Yeah.
killed him. All right.
but I had to go save Dylan. For him to be like, "She wasn't okay. I saved you."
Again, marijuana and alcohol were involved.
Allegedly.
I was just about to say it. But
I had no marijuana in my system, only alcohol, which is perfectly legal.
Allegedly.
Not
So-
in that amount in public, but it was.
So let's get into these fucking questions.
I'm scared.
I got an email the other day. Well, not email. I got a Facebook message the other day. Someone said that we need a female's perspective on the podcast. So this is going to be me and you asking them how they feel about shit.
Okay.
what?
So
Nope. I just got nervous. I might
Here
offend.
we go.
And I'm like,
What?
if you want a female's opinion, you chose the wrong
females,
females.
right?
It might have been a good idea we come in
That's
separate
the
vehicles.
point.
Just don't be a bitch. That's all I got. Like, enough said.
What are the top 5 biggest turnoffs for a man?
Like, about women?
Like, say if you met somebody, what would be the top 5 biggest things that turned you off?
That turned us okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we don't like in men.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, there's more than 5.
Number 1, not answering questions because you don't understand them. That's my biggest turnoff.
The way
you weren't more
stated
specific
that.
about it. It was so vague.
Well,
What's
the
your
way he
biggest
stated it-
turnoff for men? Like what?
Well,
how
you
does
should have said about men. For
Yeah.
men, I thought it was like for a man.
Like,
What's the biggest
what
turn
you-
off
What
for
turns
women?
y'all off in men?
Okay.
what
bad
gets
breath.
We
what
understand
what
it now.
dries up your vagina when it comes to men?
Bad
Do
breath.
I need to
Yeah.
give me
Bad-
top 5? Top 5. Number 5. Burger King foot lettuce.
Shoes.
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 That explains a lot. She hates my shoes.
If I see a man who's in like really shitty, like awkward looking shoes that are just like tattered and torn up, you clearly don't take care of your health. Which is why I buy Dylan new shoes every 2 months.
The way he's sitting
Oops.
over here, like,
He's
I
like,
think
if it
he
wasn't
knew
for
you
you,
were
I wouldn't
in-
care.
I don't know. This is hard for me.
Well, think about it. Like if a guy approaches you and then you look down and they're wearing DCs from 7th grade that have
Oh,
the
I'm gonna
side
be like,
busted out of
no.
them, I'm like, mm-mm. That's what I'm talking about.
Negative.
Well,
so I
I
would say
mean-
style.
yeah, Anna.
Are we talking like, I mean, homeless fucking people just
No,
showing
I'm
up,
talking
or
about like
like?
a guy hitting on you. Like if a guy comes up and is like, "Hey, can I have your number?" Blah blah. Like no.
Well, I
you
mean, a
can't.
homeless dude
Can I
might come up
have
and be like,
it?
"Hey, baby, girl."
You got a fat ass.
Not having a home, I guess, is another turn off.
Okay, so I'm 2 for 2 because when we met, I was living with my parents. 2 for 2, boys.
I've changed you.
I would say 5. Like 5 would be style, like in general.
Yeah.
For me, because you know,
There's certain types,
everyone, male or female, when you look at somebody,
I have no style.
I'm not. Well. Just very plain. He's like a modern
right.
Joe, you
Plain
know.
is safe.
My ass don't want to stand out.
Plain is very safe. Yeah.
Exactly.
Like if you came in here like with a suit and tie, just like as you said, "Hey, baby girl," I'd be like, "What the fuck is
No
that?"
thanks.
Like, no, I couldn't do it. But with style, it's like, how you look at somebody. Like, y'all walk in somewhere and you see somebody.
Dylan, it's
Don't
the
say
girls,
you don't look at their
you look on Instagram
like how they're
and you're
dressed.
like, I would hate being around those women. That's what I'm talking about.
So
when I say
every
style.
woman ever.
He talks so much shit about like certain girls out. He's like, you can tell they're annoying.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
By what they wear.
That's
If
what
they've
I'm
got
talking
that
about.
Kung Lao's hat from Mortal Kombat that's this big, yeah. If they got that motherfucker, I'm out.
I'm done. 4 would have to be hair for me.
Oh,
Well-
damn.
No, I'm
Fuck,
just
Man,
No, I'm
just
saying
gonna
of, like,
sit
because
this one out.
you're
There's
bald
just
and she
some-
don't like mine, so fuck.
No, okay. No. I think baldness is fine on some people.
I don't know how I would
However,
feel
there's
if Dylan
some
had
people I
hair.
don't think, like people who purposely shave their head. I think there's some people that don't look good bald. That's just my personal opinion. But you know how like some people, like you just look at someone's hairstyle, how they carry it. Also like the hygiene of it and everything else. That would be number 3 is hygiene is a huge thing.
Yes.
But
all
like with
hygiene.
hair, it's like sometimes you just look at people and you're just like, what the fuck are you doing with your hair, bro?
That's why I always wear a fucking hat.
Well, another
Are you
thing
ashamed
for
of
me-
your
So she don't leave me.
Corona like haircut?
My Corona haircut.
Yeah, like
what?
your quarantine haircut. It's like a thing right now across the media.
Ethan,
Everybody's
No.
just.
Do you like my quarantine haircut?
It's beautiful, Dylan. It's beautiful.
No, I put my hat on because of the fucking headphones.
Okay.
whatever you say.
All right, so number 5 was style. Number 4 was what?
Hair for me.
hair.
Like
I
hairstyles,
get that.
like how you carry
What
it
was
and
number
stuff.
3?
hygiene.
Hygiene. Okay. Number 2.
Number 2, I would say their attitude, just the way they speak.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're too like cocky and overbearing, I'm out. Like you have to be like laid back.
Yeah.
And
I
then
can
number
kinda-
1 would be overall ignorance.
Yeah, as we both just go.
If you're someone who like, you know, like when they talk about something, they don't really know what they're talking about, but they're like wanting to force their opinion upon you.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah.
That's something that like really turns me off about people. I've been on a lot of first dates where it's like, never
I
seeing
just
you
don't
again.
like an arrogant bastard.
That's
to
what
be
it is.
completely honest.
Yeah.
Like to be completely
trying to be
down to the
nicer about
point.
I'm not cocky.
Mister,
I'm
I
just.
walk into the room. I'm better than you.
I'm
like,
not.
Here we fucking
He's
go.
not better. He's
I know
just smarter.
everything.
Like
I
he's
wa-
just a very intelligent person. Like I will give him that. He
He
makes
went to
me
college.
feel.
He's a philosophy major.
I didn't. And he makes me feel
Yeah,
so
what did you
stupid.
do? Huh? You got knocked up by a fucking smart loser
With a shitty haircut.
with a shitty haircut
That I gave
and
him.
shitty fucking shoes.
Now you're
Y'all-
logging on yourself. I'm not doing that.
Here's the thing. Y'all wear the same 3 pairs of shoes every day.
That's right.
I have 3 pairs.
I'm
of
not
shoes.
gonna
I
waste
wear
money.
one.
I'm not gonna waste money to buy something to get dog shit on it.
He
There's
literally
no
wears
fucking
his
point.
work boots, his sandals, or his tennis shoes.
Same.
Or my boots if I'm riding my bike or hiking.
Or that. Yeah, so
And when
4.
they start getting holes in them, I'll replace them. But until then, I'm rocking these fucking 4-year-old Nikes.
Yeah. Why not?
Fuck them.
So Dylan only had 1 pair of tennis shoes whenever we first got together.
That's right, baby.
Hear me out. And they were ragged, and his back was hurting, and I was like, buy new ones. So he bought ones off of Amazon. Of course, working in a factory, those lasted all of a month.
Mm-hmm.
So then I talked to my mom, and I was like, Mom,
They
you
were
know how we are.
$20.
Like, well, here's the thing. My mom and I talked about it, and my mom is a shoe snob. Whenever it comes to shoes, like, you have to buy something that's good for your back. So we went online, and we found these really nice all-black Under Armour with arch support for $30. And then I found a really nice pair of gray New Balances that had arch support in them as well.
Mm-hmm.
They were $25. So he has those now. And he also has another pair of New Balances that he bought himself. And
I
Yeah.
also have Birkenstocks.
I did buy him Birkenstocks for his birthday because he dog shitted mine forever. And then he wore them until now I have to get my own, like a new pair.
When we were in high school, AJ Morrow had a fucking fuck-ass pair of high-top Converse that he wore until literally the fucking soles had holes in them.
I wrapped a pair of those shoes in duct tape one time because the front end tried to fall off on me.
Yep.
I literally did that with Toms. I would wear them until my toes were coming out of them.
Yeah.
And my heels were hanging out. And I'm like, they're still cool. I look
Okay,
homeless,
so-
but they're still cool. But next question.
For the first question, we learned that Dylan and I are not good enough for the women we're with.
I learned the other day. That I'm not Tori's type because every guy that she hung out with in high school is like literally the reincarnation of MGK. I'm not even kidding. It was a video in a group chat with her and her friends, and it was this guy that was clearly like cracked out, right? And he was like, "Sup, like one of those types. That was Tori. And she goes in the group chat. She says, "I miss him so much. I wish that I could suck his dick right now because I just
Not. I said, it makes me so sad to see him like that when we used to be best friends, and I can't believe this is where his life went. Because I can't. He came from a really good family. They had a lot of money. He had every opportunity in the world, and
That's
now he's
her
a
type.
I
fucking
can
crack
relate.
addict. I'm
That's her
allowed
type.
to say I miss my friend of who he used to be, and I'm sad
Right.
I didn't
that
say
he's
you
an
weren't
addict.
allowed to say shit. I'm just saying you had a type."
Okay, I did have a type. And you know what that was? Anyone who was worse off than I was because it made me feel good about myself. So, if I had to pay your phone bill, we were clearly going to date.
It's like, I can vibe with you. I gotta pay for your shit.
It's like he just needs me.
Makes you feel more,
Christ.
needed.
Yeah. He
Like,
doesn't have a mom, so
You
I'm
can't
here.
survive without me.
I can fix him.
Okay, that's where I
so
was.
next
Leave me
question.
alone.
We were gonna do what's your worst first date, but we kind of did that last time, like right at the end. So what was your worst date with Ethan? This one's gonna piss some people off. And you have to come up with something like
Worst
anything.
date with Ethan.
Yeah.
Our first date.
It
We.
wasn't really a date, but alright.
Then what was it?
Me getting fucking trashed.
And then me having to literally carry you into the house that we were living in together.
Oh my
When
God.
Clint got back from
And sleeping
Afghanistan
in the
and we went
same
out to
bed.
his house.
Excuse me, it wasn't a date. What was it? Anyways, as I was trying to say.
I wouldn't consider going to a party a
that's
date.
not a date.
It's not a date.
Well,
Was I
really, I
invited?
consider it our first date because we hadn't done really anything like that previously to that. So, anyways, we went to this party for one of y'all's friends that had just came back from being deployed or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he, on the way down there, he was like, "I'm not going to get plastered." I was like,
And
okay,
then you
I
show
mean,
up and I'm already plastered.
and you come over and you know, and I'm like, "Oh, we're already off to a great start." And I told him, like, on the way down there, I was like, "Well, have a few drinks, like, have fun, like, whatever. It's not going to bother me."
10 minutes
Oh,
later,
I had a few
chugging.
drinks, all right.
He was literally
he
chugging
disappeared for like
Jameson
maybe 10
straight.
to 15 minutes. And he comes back and he's like, and I'm like, what the fuck?
What happened?
And
That
he's
was
like,
without a doubt the worst drunk I have ever
Yes.
been.
I remember having to help load you into the truck.
Yeah.
That,
That's
I
how
don't
bad
remember
you were.
that. That's the only time in my
What
life
tops
I've gotten
it?
drunk and don't remember what the fuck happened.
Then you don't remember driving home. One, I had to find my way home.
She drove,
Didn't
by
know
the way.
where we were. I was like, I don't know where we're at.
Oh my god.
I don't know where we're at. So I had to feel my way through the darkness, you know, to get us home. And every 5 minutes, I shit you not, this fool is trying to open the door to throw up. And I'm like having to grab him in the seatbelt and like hold him in while driving, still trying to navigate and try to figure out where the fuck we are.
In the middle of like no street lights, no
Yeah.
cell service, like the
Yeah.
shittiest
And I'm like,
fucking area
we're
to be
back
lost.
road. I'm like, I wasn't paying attention on our way out here.
Right.
Also, too, this is the first time I've ever traveled this road, so I'm like, did we turn left here? Did we turn right there? I don't know.
Quick question.
What?
Why didn't you just ask me for directions?
Because you're too busy.
To be fair,
Shit.
if you took a left at the end of their road, you literally take
Yeah.
it straight
Follow
all the way down.
I think I figured that out eventually, but also, too, I was trying to hold him in from literally becoming roadkill. And then we get into the driveway.
You're
I'm
like,
pulling-
I need him to go home. I have rent to pay.
Yeah. But, right. I'm like, I need you. But we literally pull in to the driveway. And he's like, I gotta throw up so bad. And I'm like, so I
Is that how I
stopped.
sounded?
Yeah.
Is that what I did?
I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up.
I stop,
God,
put it
he
in
actually
park.
threw up.
He opens the door, throws up all over himself, the door, And I said, you know what? I'm not cleaning this up. I said, tomorrow when you're sober, you're coming out here and cleaning this crap up. I had to practically carry him, like drag style, into the house. How I got him on the couch, I don't know. And I sat up.
Yeah, I don't know either because I used to weigh more and you used to weigh less. Like, I was a lot bigger than you at the time. I don't know how you got my fat ass. Like,
I'm so glad we got video for that.
I had rock hard abs, baby. No, I
Tori.
didn't. I wish.
What was your worst date with me?
Can we count dates that you never showed up to?
what?
Oh!
I don't give a fuck what his name is.
Okay, my worst date, if we can count the ones you didn't show up to, were the one where you told me to come on to Lewisburg. You were like, yeah, we're gonna...
Oh my god. Fuck you. That's not my fault.
Okay,
That's
we're
not
gonna
my
come
fault.
on. Yeah, come on. And I drive all the way to fucking Lewisburg, and then you stop answering, and I didn't know where you lived at the time. So then
Not my
I'm
fault.
just sitting at Walmart trying to get you to answer the fucking phone. And I go and I leave and decide to start driving home. And he calls me as I'm getting to Chapel Hill and was like, he texted me. He didn't have the nerve to call me. He texted me and said that his ex showed up to his house
Just
and
showed
then
up-
started
just showed up
chugging
at my house.
liquor and screaming at him
Oh,
until he
I
had to
remember
call
this.
her dad.
You told me about this.
But that would probably be the worst because I was so angry that I was like, I'm going to fucking kill somebody. The other one would probably be your Halloween party.
Oh, God.
I don't know if you consider either of those dates, let's be honest.
I don't know.
But
Did
the-
we ever really date though?
The
So what I gather from both of y'all is
we're pieces
they've never
of
had a
shit.
bad date with us because none of this shit was dates. So
I mean, outside of that,
No, things
not
were
really.
This is
great.
why you
Yeah.
have the
You gotta
female
look on the bright side.
and the male perspective here on At Least
Since
You Know
we're
Comedy Show
engaged
because
to
we're
these
right and
things.
you're wrong. Shut up.
Okay, here's the thing. We're getting married for a reason. And you know how you talked shit about my like type earlier? Of like, Tori dated the shittiest dudes. No,
You
I
definitely
dated...
broke the stereotype. I'll say that.
No, I had to date people I had to fix, and I fixed you.
What did you fix about me?
Alcohol poisoning 3 times in the first 2 months of us dating.
That wasn't
what the
because
fuck
of
is
you.
wrong with that?
That wasn't because of you though. That was because I wanted to fucking turn my life around.
Because you
because
met
hell's
someone
hot.
who was worth it.
I have a song that would be perfect to play in the background right now.
Turn your life around, you go into hell part 2.
Missy.
Hell's hot.
Yeah.
Is that
no,
it?
The thing is like, it was...
Coldplay.
You had to turn your life around for me to be like, okay, maybe he is worth
Oh.
it.
Maybe he is worth my time. Okay.
Maybe it's
what's-
Maybelline.
What was your first impression of Ethan, Sam?
Look at that fat fuck.
No, like your very first impression before you knew him, before you dated him, before you thought he was hot, anything.
I
The
really
very
like those
first thought.
highlights.
The very first thought. What'd you say?
What did you say?
I really like those highlights.
Rip.
Oh God. I don't really. I mean, like before, like whenever I first met
Like the
him.
first
Yeah.
time you saw me.
First time you saw him. First time you laid your eyes on that sexy hunk of meat right there.
Back during that dark period of my life.
I mean, honestly, like I don't know. I mean, I guess really just. I don't know. That's kind of hard for me.
I don't give a
There
fuck.
was
You're not
lot
going to
of
hurt
things.
my feelings.
Well, no,
Fuck.
it's not that I mean, there was just a
Not
lot
that you
of
haven't
things.
already.
I mean, I thought you were cute. I was like, how does she get?
I was like, What'd you say? How does what? What'd you say? What the
Nothing.
fuck was that?
We're gonna walk away from that one. We're not gonna repeat it. You can rewatch it and see what I said. Anyways,
Jesus.
I thought you were cute, and then also too, just your personality. I was like, oh, this is a motherfucker I can vibe with.
Oh my god.
And then I met him, and I was like, oh, now it all makes sense
Wait, what?
What?
because of how like
Confused.
y'all were literally the same person in my eyes.
Really?
The way y'all acted. Yeah.
What about now?
Oh, back then?
Yeah.
Yeah, back then.
What about now?
Now, no, not so much. I mean, in some ways, but
your
not.
sense of humor
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
the same, but
Yeah,
everything
pretty
else
much.
is different.
Yeah.
But that was another thing, was definitely the sense of humor. Like, I felt like I could instantly just say, do, be, whatever,
Nutsack.
Yeah.
and him not be like, this bitch is weird.
She's fucking
Instead, he was like, damn, I'm gonna marry that bitch one day.
She made fun of me
Twicey?
for my little
He married
dick.
you twicey?
Well, oncey so far. Twicey coming up.
Tori, what was your first impression of me?
I thought you were really cute, and then I got really nervous, and then I ordered a beer, and I was like, he's never going to talk to me again. And
Bro,
then
let me tell you something.
Then we ended up hanging out until you were like, holy shit, I have to go to work. And I was like, oh, and it was like already 9:05.
I worked third shift at the time. I had to be in Spring Hill at 10.
And he still had to go home and change because he was in date clothes.
Oops.
Ooh.
No, you didn't. Call it out.
My tummy hurts.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I went on a date and I had a really bad time and I'm just really sad and I can't come in today.
I had such a good time. I'm gonna go home and beat my. Anyway, so
The
First
dates-
impression
But here's the
questions are
thing
so hard
is-
for me.
Well, here's the thing about Dylan. The 2 weeks before Dylan and I hung out, we had texted, but I was also like going on dates during that time. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to do my thing. They were all horrifying. All of them. All of them. One of them, the guy lied to me about his height, and then I got there and he was like 5'6".
Fuck?
Ethan, it wouldn't work, bud.
You're too short.
I'm 6'1", it's awkward. But then the other thing was, he told me at the end of the date that he said something about anal, and I was like, what? And then he was like, yeah, well, what I do to prepare. And I thought he was saying,
Brownie
like,
bites.
he tells the girls to do. He ended up telling me that he's bisexual and he prefers men, but women
Oh, he
are
trying to get a
also
little peg
interested.
action.
So he was trying to get me
play Peggle.
also be in a relationship.
Play Peggle.
And I was like, no. And it wasn't something that, like, bothered me at all. But it was like why didn't you tell me this before we went out?
Why didn't you put this on your Tinder profile?
And
I
then,
prefer guys, but I'm here looking for girls.
well, then the other thing was, it just made me feel like he's not interested, you know? And it was just
Right.
very awkward because there was a bunch of lies beforehand. And then the other guy I went on a date with brought his child. Then told me
That's
he
a bit-
loved
That's a
me.
really good icebreaker.
Right. Oh, by the way,
It was our well, I knew he had a kid, and I was like, that's cool. Well, then our first date, he brought his kid, and I was like, this is going to be awkward. But we made it work, whatever. His kid was sweet. He didn't do anything with him, so I paid a lot of attention to the kid to make sure he was safe the whole
Jesus.
time.
Can you imagine?
And then we left.
With a
and-
complete fucking stranger.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
Well, then we left, and he texted me and was like, I just really care about you. And I was like, we've talked for 3 days before this date. And then whenever I told him, I was like, dude, it's not going to work. Like, I'm not interested. Like, I'm sorry. He made a Facebook status about how I ripped his heart out of his chest. And how...
Simpa.
Dramatic.
Yeah, and how I don't know what I'm losing and all of this stuff. So then I unfriended him, and he texted me and goes, why
a
did you delete me
stalker.
on Facebook?
That's what you're fucking losing.
And
Like,
I
you're
said,
crazy.
I was like, did you see your status? And he's like, well, I didn't. It wasn't meant to be like that. And I was like, no, it was, and it was scary, and don't ever message me again. So yeah, that's what I dated. And then
What's that?
Wow.
Next
2 days
question.
later,
What's
when I
that
was
term
Dylan,
for those people? Not simp, but the other one that you introduced to Dylan, that Dylan introduced to me.
Incel?
Unfuckable, or yeah,
Incel.
incel, yeah,
Involuntary,
unfuckable incel. Same
involuntary celibate.
Celibate.
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Names. All right. Next question. Name something you absolutely hate that Ethan does, or something about him.
Oh shit!
Oh,
This is
Lord,
gonna
where
be
do I
a-
begin?
This is gonna be a long podcast.
Are you sure we only want to do an hour, or what are we doing?
Fuck, I gotta go to work at 8 tomorrow. Like,
Well, he knows this. Honestly, like,
his dick is little.
you literally just called yourself out. Why? I wasn't even gonna say nothing.
It's little, but it's really wide.
You know how like they have like hogs and then they have suckling pigs? It's more like a suckling pig.
This is more like a salad.
It's a potbelly. He's a potbelly pig. He's a strip of bacon.
Potbellies and brownie
Little
bites.
Smokies.
Yes. Oh my God. Ladies' Night Part 3: Potbellies and Brownie Bites. That's gonna be the name of the fucking episode.
No, just his
Oh,
like
God.
procrastination. Honestly, he knows this.
His
I've
what?
told him
My
his
what?
Procrastination.
I thought you said presentation. I'm like,
I thought that's what she said too, and I was like, "What the
How
fuck are
he
you talking
presents
about?"
himself to me. How dare he?
how he comes out of the fucking house every day when we
How
go
he
somewhere.
walks out of the bathroom once he's showered. Just why?
Infuriate.
That's my favorite time.
Wait a minute. So, what do you not like? What was it?
Your procrastination.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Honestly, everything else. I mean, like,
I don't think I fuck me. I don't think I procrastinate. I think I just do so much fucking shit that I forget about doing this shit.
I mean, you are forgetful,
Like,
yes.
yeah.
But you're also one of those people. If you
I do put shit off a lot.
Like, if you have something you need to do, if it's not something you absolutely want to be doing, that's going to be the last thing you do.
Yeah, well, I prioritize items according to my happiness.
It's a good way to live your life.
Yeah.
Reason number
All
one, it
in, balls
pisses me
out.
off.
All right, Tori. What's something that you hate about me, or something that I do that you hate?
Ooh, spill the tea, sis.
Do it.
They're like little things.
Do it.
You flush the toilet before you're done peeing.
So you gotta erase the toilet. I'm telling you.
Stresses me out because I'm always like, what if you're not completely done and then you have to flush again? What a waste of water.
So the next time somebody pee, no, you don't flush again. It's just the next time somebody uses the toilet, they flush the rest of your pee. You know, like when you take a
What the fuck
poop.
are you talking about?
You know how like
No,
when
I'm
you
just
take
saying,
a poop.
imagine you're going to a public
Oh,
restroom.
okay, public. Yeah, yeah.
Can
I,
you
You're
imagine?
I will. If I'm
Someone's
in a
just left
public
some of their
bathroom,
piss in there.
if I'm in a public bathroom, I'll flush that motherfucker 14 times
If
before
you
I do anything. Like,
Imagine,
waste.
imagine if you go to take a poop and you get Poseidon's kiss, where like you poop and there's a drop that comes up and touches your beehole. That's called Poseidon's
Somebody
kiss, by
else's
the way.
piss.
But imagine there's just like a film of someone else's piss on the top. So you got pee in your butt. Hey girl, let me pee in that foot.
Okay, well, there's my fear, and that's why it makes me angry. But I think
Oh my god.
that's like something little and petty that just frustrates me. Whatever, it's not a big deal. But I would say the fact that you hate change.
What do you mean by hate change?
Like, I want to reorganize and redecorate like once a week, and it stresses you out, and then you're like,
God.
you're
I'm
giving
like-
me
I'm
anxiety.
like,
Will you stop trying to
why?
move the fucking couch?
I'm like, why? Why do you want to move everything? We live in the smallest apartment. It's so cramped in here. You want to rearrange things every 10 minutes, and it's stressful.
try to find more room for activities. It's not existing.
There's no more
She
room in
wants
here.
to
Trust
play
me.
Twister.
I guess
on date
I'll
night.
fucking throw Twister down. I'm not scared. Let's change the
going?
pace a little bit. Name something you love about me. Can you? Can you think of just one?
Yeah, you cook dinner every day, you clean the house, and you don't complain. And that's a very rare thing. You genuinely enjoy taking care of me. And I'm surprised by that because I've never had it before.
I don't have a job.
Even when you were working full time, I would come home from work because we work different shifts. I would come home and you'd have like laundry done, dishes done, and you would be cooking dinner. Like, because you genuinely enjoy taking care of me and the household, and I appreciate
Don't
that.
like living in a dirty house.
Hey,
I
take
appreciate
notes.
it.
I'm just kidding, Jesus.
This is a really good one, and this might upset some people. Are you positively affecting each other's lives?
Oh, I don't get it. What the fuck she loves about me after I.
I was waiting. I mean, I had it sitting there on the tip
Yeah,
of my
I gotta
tongue.
hear
Like
this
I said,
shit.
I was surprised Tori could find anything, but can you
No,
find
mine
something?
kind of is. I mean, he definitely doesn't cook dinner every night, but I mean, I'm already home, for the most part. So,
What?
well, reason being
You'll
is
have to
I'm
play it
sorry,
back
I
and listen
don't
to it
really
there,
like
though.
your cooking that much. There's only a few recipes that you fixed
Listen,
that is good,
I
and I'm
have-
like, oh, okay, but I enjoy cooking.
I
so
once
don't want
offered
that.
him cooking lessons. I'm not even kidding. And I
needs
cooked
to.
something for him that he was like, Jesus Christ, what is this? And I was like, dude, it's literally 3 ingredients.
Do you know how many times I've cooked that fucking chicken?
Yeah, it's the shit.
Before me and her
the
got back
sriracha
together.
chicken.
Fuck yeah.
Honey sriracha
Fuck.
chicken.
He's wanting
Yeah.
to fix that for me. I might
I,
let
I'm
him.
gonna need to
So
make
good.
that salmon. It was a salmon recipe that I used to make, but I don't like salmon that much, so
Same
started
as my
making it with
favorite
chicken.
fish
I don't.
ever.
Okay, so this is random as fuck, but I like cooking, but I don't like cooking in the house as much as I do when we go on backpacking trips. I love to cook in the fucking woods.
Really?
Even
No,
something
I'll
just
let you
fucking
cook for me
simple.
then.
Yeah, like
I ain't cooking
there's
outside.
there's something about that
One of
that
them big
just
ass knives,
feels.
just like, beep, 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 beep.
normal and
Yeah.
natural.
Potatoes and,
And
bell peppers and onions.
All the things that come with cooking in a house, like the work and preparing it, and then you enjoy it, is so much fucking better when you're 5 miles into the fucking woods.
You can literally sell me a house with a good kitchen because I'm that adamant
Yeah.
about fucking cooking in a
That
good
fucking
kitchen.
kitchen in that house that we looked at
Oh my
over there behind
God.
Aldi.
Jesus, it was insane.
God.
I would have never left that kitchen. I would have set up a TV on the fucking kitchen table.
Dylan
serious, I
literally
never
was
would've
like,
left.
Tori, if we get this house, like, when we move in with him, like, we're starting a YouTube channel of cooking. I'm never leaving this kitchen. I'm so excited.
I'm not even joking.
Can you imagine the Instagram photos? Like, he was so excited because the kitchen was so
It
beautiful.
was fucking beautiful.
It was gorgeous.
Shout out to Columbia for having your fucking housing prices $200,000 over what they're really valued at. Dicks. Name something you love about Ethan. I'm mad now.
I was gonna say, this took a turn. Honestly, kind of on the same lines as yours of like how hardworking he is.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, because like not to like blast some male specimen these days, but a lot of them are like, I don't need to do shit. The woman does everything, and I'm
Right.
like outdated.
That mentality is so
Canceled.
1940s.
Bye. Right.
That shit is
He's
so
willing
World
to wake
War
up
II.
every day, even when he's miserable, when he's tired, and everything. He still goes to work. Now he may come home and complain of how tired he is,
Right.
but he has a very
May.
physical, demanding job. You know, so it's like I understand. So I mean, honestly, that's like, there's a lot of things I love about him, but humor, you know, everything else, and a
What
long
this-
scroll. What?
What this translates to is she likes the paycheck.
Anyway,
Okay, bye.
next
I'm done. Like, no.
next question.
Oh, I love his humor. What the fuck did you just say?
Love you.
Are you positively affecting each other's lives? In your opinion, are you two positively affecting each other's lives?
Oh, I forgot I'm answering. I was
I
waiting
was-
for you to answer. I'm
No,
sorry.
I
Hesitating
literally.
wait,
like a
I'm
female
like, why are you
perspective, I'm sorry.
hesitating? Jesus.
No, I
damn.
thought I was waiting
hate
for
this
him to. 'Cause I
procrastination.
forgot for a second.
Can we
I
not?
think
Can we
so.
skip? Can we skip?
Turn the fucking camera off.
Why'd you make me sound like that? Anyways, but I think so. Primarily because, you know, going through the divorce the first time, you know, don't,
The first time. Thank you for throwing that in there. Hopefully,
the only time. The only.
Are we
Sorry.
are we predicting
This
some
poor
shit
choice
here?
of words. Sorry.
I told
Oh
you,
my
she
God.
she just wants that paycheck.
God,
we're gonna be 2 years. She
This
gonna
is-
be like, I
Doggone
can't
it.
wait to hit that motherfucker with that
This
back
is-
child support.
This has been another episode of At Least You Know Comedy
Can
Show.
I finish?
I gotta
Even
go.
though I have piss poor choice of words on that. Jesus. You know, but anyways, through that, you know, 3 years and stuff, you know, I think for sure, like, we became better friends. Our relationship is built. I think we've both been a huge part of, like, the change, like, personality-wise and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the necessary changes as people that we needed to make. So, I mean, I think so. And I think that's another big reason why we're, you know, able to make this work, and it's better and what it should have been the first time. It's what it should have been all along this time around. So, absolutely. Hands down. That's the best way I can put it.
I'm gonna answer the question for Tori.
Apparently, she's already fixed you, so positive.
I feel like she is very positively affecting my life because she lets me do what I want to do. Did you just spit on
She
yourself?
just squirted all over me.
Hey, that's
not
the
a first.
after hours show. At least you know
It's a positive
OnlyFans.
effect.
It's the At Least You Know OnlyFans is potbellies and brownie bites. Is that the? Anyway, so Tori lets me do what I want to do, and like if she finds me doing something dumb or like if she feels like I'm wasting time or like if I'm nervous about something, she's always really positive and like supportive, and she'll let me know when I'm fucking up, which is something I really appreciate in a woman. But do you feel like I'm positively affecting your life, Toto?
I mean, after the attitude you've had today, I don't.
I don't think this is gonna work.
No,
Can we
I
cut?
do. I do. And I think a lot of it is because I don't feel like I'm constantly having to worry about you. And I'm not having, like, I don't mean that in, like, a bad way, but I mean,
I can't
like,
relate. He's a diabetic, so I'm always like, fuck.
What did you eat for lunch today,
Right.
you piece of shit?
Did you give yourself enough insulin? Like, you know.
well, no, like, my thing is, like, I'm not having to worry about, like, are we gonna be okay? Like, is he gonna wake up tomorrow and, like, you know, like, things are just gonna be, you know, like, I didn't want to put it that way, but I've dated a lot of addicts. And so it's just kind of like, I feel comfortable and I feel like we're solid and I don't have to ever have a fear about anything.
Right.
And like, for someone who has severe depression and anxiety, like, that's really helpful. Like, and even whenever I'm in like a bout of depression or anxiety, because no matter what, it's gonna happen, no matter how happy I am.
Right.
He is supportive with it. He's always like, are you okay? What can I do? Like, and the answer is always like nothing. Like, there's literally nothing we can do.
Right.
But knowing that if I wake up at 2 a.m. and I just feel like I'm gonna like fall to pieces, I have someone who's gonna be there. Like, that's really helpful. And I feel like he's positively affecting me to the point where like I want to be better. I want to do better. I want to be my own person. I want to do what I want to do in life. I want to be who I am, not who everyone wants me to be.
Right.
Because he's gonna love me either way.
Girl. You hitting me there.
Yeah. So
Next.
I mean,
I wasn't just smacking my titty.
Well, I wonder.
You know, like.
It's on
hit-
camera.
Well, I
We'll
hope
figure
you
out
weren't
what
slapping
happened.
your titty.
she's like, "Girl, you got me."
That's awfully flat.
Like, I'll do it. Like, I ain't even beside myself to do it.
Anyway, have you? I'm gonna skip these two because we kind of already talked about those. Best and worst moment in your relationship. Have you ever changed anything for Ethan? Like, have you ever changed anything that he didn't like, or you know, something that you felt you needed to improve on?
Not in. I can't answer it. I mean, not. No. Not that I can. No. I mean, other than just like over the course of time that we were.
Other than the
divorced.
first divorce.
I completely changed my attitude. I'm not
Listen,
a fucking
I'm
asshole
gonna get
anymore.
arrested after this for domestic violence.
Ooh.
Say
Ooh.
one more time. But
Oh, shit.
no,
But
I mean
domestic
other
violence.
than like the change that happened
Ain't
during the
violent if
course
you
of the
like
time we were split up.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean that wasn't necessarily for him. That was because that needed to happen
Just
for myself.
growing up in
anyways.
general.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
we were both younger. I was really young, you know, so it's like I needed to grow as a person and discover myself a little bit more, and I did. So I mean, it wasn't really I've ever changed anything for him that he didn't like.
Yeah. What
I'm
about you?
perfect.
What about you, Toto? Have you changed anything for me?
yeah,
Like what?
my overall like communication and the way like I handle situations. I mean, I'm nowhere near where I need to be, but I've worked on it.
Like
You
when
should
you're
never-
upset, instead of just being an asshole to me, you talk about it.
Well, like I've always just shut down. I've always been a person to just shut down, and if I don't shut down and you keep going on about it, like keep trying to push the topic, I'll fucking bust a cap. Like I will lose my mind.
Bust a
So-
cap.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's where I'm at in life. So I feel like I literally explode. Like I just blow up instead of being
Yeah.
able to communicate it. And like I've really worked on that.
Feels that.
I feel like I changed
I
that
used to
because
be
of
referred
you.
to as a
I guess it wasn't
robot.
for you. I feel like I guess it wasn't for him. It was because of him.
Yeah.
Is
That's
the way to
probably
put it.
yeah.
Do you argue a lot? And if you do you bring up past arguments?
Definitely don't bring up past arguments.
We really don't argue that much. Before the first divorce, we argued a lot. We're probably gonna fucking argue when we get home. Like I'm probably
literally-
digging a fucking hole right now that I'm never
You-
gonna get out of.
You're damn right on that one.
Look, man, if you need a place to stay, my couch is super comfortable.
Yeah, you bet. Play it safe. Stay here.
Did you just say the couch
Hell
is
no,
comfortable?
my Harley's at the house. Hell no.
To sleep on.
It's okay. You can come back later.
I hate
After the storms blow over, you know.
try to make it sound like it's a good couch?
It smells, Toto. I hate it because it
It's
smells.
leather. You're being petty.
It smells like butts
Change
and
the
armpits.
topic. I love that couch.
Anyway, yeah, me and Sam don't really argue a whole lot.
Fucking bitch. Toto, do we argue a lot? Dude, literally the last relationship I was in, it was an argument every day about something different.
Yeah, let's just no.
Literally,
can't
I
go
would
there.
come home from work.
Jesus.
I don't like the way you open the door. What's wrong with you? Why are you doing that? What? What are you talking about?
feel like we don't
let
argue.
me give you. Here's how it went.
Why the fuck are you talking to Ethan?
I literally had to put a lock on my phone because of my last relationship. I haven't had a lock on my phone in 4 years. Well, almost 4 years. Cheers.
I keep one on mine just because of work, but
Do you make sacrifices for your relationship? No. Yeah, we haven't asked that one yet. Do you make sacrifices for your relationship?
yes, especially
Is there-
goat.
Is there anything that you miss out on because you're in a relationship or because of Ethan or anything like that? Like, is there anything, any friend time that you have that you didn't use, like hanging out with your friends that you can't do
No,
anymore or
'cause,
anything
like-
like that?
We're not.
She can
that
do
type.
whatever the fuck she
Yeah.
wants to do.
Same.
I mean,
It
he
don't
literally.
bother me at all.
I'm literally like,
Lets
Tori,
me do
please
anything.
find more friends to hang out with.
The only thing.
Come on, girl.
I don't have
if
local
that-
friends.
if
so
that
he's
question-
She
petty.
doesn't have
I'm
friends.
literally like 25 minutes down the road.
See, my best friend lives in Clarksville. That's not a day drive. Like, I'm not making that
No,
often.
I don't blame you there.
And then her boyfriend is only home on the weekend, so like I'm not gonna go up on the weekend and like ruin their time together. You know, they're a fresh relationship. My other friend's in nursing school and does clinicals and has a job. Like, we're never gonna see each other till she graduates.
Right.
If you
So,
were to
like-
if you were to ask me that question, so right before we got back together, I was about that fucking close from just buying something out in the middle of fucking nowhere and like building a fucking camp shower and building a fucking lean-to on it.
You know,
If-
that's how you lose
if
custody
there-
of children,
if there-
right?
Well, no, because the address would be my parents' house, so we'd be good. But if we were to, if something were, if there was ever to be a second divorce, I would probably just buy. I would probably literally buy some fucking land and just use it to build shit like
Yeah.
bushcraft stuff and.
So what you're saying is because we got back together, I shat on your dreams of living out in the woods.
Do you
and
bring
being
up?
a true
You
lumberjack.
destroyed my dreams of being a fucking hobo.
Do you bring up
I'm
past
so
arguments
sorry. I
part
offer
2?
you so much
Do
more.
what? Hang on.
I said,
what?
do you bring up past arguments part
Apparently now.
2? Part 2. Let's rethink this question, guys. Do you feel like your partner, Tori? Do you make sacrifices for our relationship? I'm getting ahead of myself. We've got about 10 minutes left.
No.
So, do you think your partner's friends and family like you? Tori, I think your mom and dad like me, but I don't think anybody else in your family really cares for me that much.
Why?
They just don't act like they do.
My family loves you. I don't know.
I know your mom and dad do. I will attest to that. I don't think your brother likes me. I don't think
Y'all don't have anything in common, so
I don't
he doesn't know
think-
how to talk to you.
I don't think Greasy likes me. I don't think Granny likes me. I don't think KK likes me.
KK literally texts you more than she texts me.
She's
so
texted me once ever, okay?
That's a lie.
Ever.
That's a lie. She likes you. My family likes you. You're just being dramatic. Your family,
My family loves you. They just think that you don't like them.
they don't like me.
No, it's Chad doesn't like.
I was
you.
about to say,
And
leave
it's 'cause-
Chad out of this.
It's
Does
because
Chad really not like her?
it's because she's taller than me. No, it's because when he talks shit, like Chad likes to talk shit, but he doesn't like to receive it. So Tori will talk shit right back
Yeah.
to him.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
one of my favorite things
Gotcha.
about her.
He
If
gets
I talk
really,
shit, she talks shit
really
back.
upset.
He
And
gets so
I've hurt his
butthurt when she talks
feelings.
shit.
I've hurt his feelings a lot.
Bless it.
Dude, he made some shrimp scampi one time. Huge quotes around that. It was literally like 4 shrimp in a whole box of pasta, and then like butter, and like he poured like some seasonings on it or whatever. And we were like, "What do you think? Is it good?" And he goes, "I don't know. It's got too much Italian seasoning." Tori just goes, "You're just mad because it has something green in it." He got so fucking mad at her.
So to this day, we'll be like doing something, and then we'll cook or do something, and he'll be like, well, "What's that?" And I'm like, "You wouldn't like it. It has seasoning in it. You wouldn't like that. There's a vegetable in there." He hates me, y'all, but I'm so mean to him, and I feel bad, but I can't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Ethan, do you think that your partner's friends and family like you?
Yeah. I mean, but if they didn't, look, I don't care. I'm fucking 30. Like, I'm
He's
starting my own
literally
family.
the type if nobody did, he'd be like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Cool.
don't care.
Less people I have to worry about.
Right. He'd be like, fuck them.
It'll be all right. What about you? Do you think that his friends and family like you?
I mean, I think so, yeah. I hope so.
I hope so.
I mean, for what family is actually fucking around, I mean,
Yeah.
uh,
So, like, the question should be, do you think Ethan's parents and step-parents like you? Because
I mean, legit,
Right.
yeah. I mean,
do you
and
think
as far
Ethan's
as
friends like you?
I don't know,
shit,
Dee Dee,
here
do
we
you?
go.
I mean, nobody else is here for me to ask, so I mean, I can ask you.
Wait,
Yeah,
I have
it's-
friends?
Right.
That's me. Who?
One of my favorite
What are
text messages
friends?
I've ever received was from James Crick. He's like, "Hey, Ethan and his ex-wife got back together. Should we be happy for him?" Because he doesn't know you. You know what I mean? He doesn't
Yeah.
know the situation or anything. He's
Yeah.
like, "Should we be happy for him, or what do we do?"
No.
Shout out to James
Don't.
Crick. I talked to him the other day. He
fucking
just bought a
funny.
guitar amp for the
Hey,
first
can I
time
take
in
like a
God knows
quick
how long.
pause?
Really?
Yeah.
Because Presley's with my mom and she's called literally 4 times. So
Yeah.
I will
Oh
be
my
back in
God.
like 2 seconds.
Oh, Lord.
We'll pause.
Are we going to keep going or pausing?
We can keep going. It don't matter.
Hello?
We'll pause for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Little pause break is over. Do you do a little bit next? Do you feel like
Yeah.
they accept you for who you are?
I feel like we've answered that.
Have you ever thought about cheating and why? I'm not answering this question. Tori looks at me. I'm sorry.
Oh.
What? No, I'm just.
I'll go first. I'll let you think about it. I'll answer first. Because Ethan knows, okay? In a literal sense, absolutely not. But
Hypotheticals.
if
If it's with a girl and it's just sex, it doesn't count.
okay, well then I can't even speak then.
If it's
But
just physical, it doesn't count. But if
Literally,
you have feelings
Danielle
for this,
Rose Russell came at me.
I don't even know who that
But
is.
see, her shit's all fantasies.
Yeah, it's
like-
more like a fantasy thing.
But if this
it's-
person literally, if this person is if they have feelings for you and you have feelings for them, that's cheating for sure. But if
Right.
it's just sex, that's not cheating, in my opinion. Now Ethan might have a different opinion, and like as long as you inform him about it, and if
Right.
you're not just fucking sneaking around fucking bitches.
I would
like, that's
never. No, like even.
I mean, as long as she ain't getting piped down, I don't give a fuck.
different. What if it's with a dilder? Does that count?
Oh my God,
A chick with one?
Yeah.
Or, I don't give a fuck. Whatever.
he wouldn't care
whatever.
then. But I mean,
I
Like I,
don't like
said,
dildos.
keep the piping away from the.
there's really
Hyping behind
nobody
it.
Even if
out
it's
there that I
PVC?
would think about doing it with. Like you said, it's mainly fantasies of like people I'm attracted to that I'll
Strippers.
never meet in my life or ever
Yeah.
have the opportunity to. You know. But no,
Tori and I will go to restaurants, and she'll be like, "Did you see that girl's butt?" And I'm like,
same.
"Am I allowed to say yes?"
We li-
Is this a trick question?
Because you know I
we
did.
will.
No, but
No,
one
what are you
time-
talking about?
One time you were like, no, where? And I was like, you really didn't look?
Oh, we were
and you were like,
Charlie's.
no.
It was. I mean, it was gigantic.
It was like
She
a
was like,
wide load.
she was this big around.
Gigantic.
it
she was
literally
this big
looked like
around.
this.
Yes.
I was
Straight
like,
up had
"What
like
is
an
happening?"
entire table behind her.
Tori, if you don't give her a tip, I'm gonna. Wait, what? What'd you say?
Ooh.
That's like we were at what was it, Buffalo Wild Wings at one time? Wasn't it Buffalo Wild Wings?
When we
Yeah.
had the chick,
The
waitress.
that literally
Oh, she was
She brought us
sweet
our
as
drinks.
could be to Sam, but holy fuck, I was
would've-
saying.
I'm surprised she didn't
Damn.
shit in his
I'm-
drink.
Y'all
Yeah.
remember that time we went to Twin Peaks and that girl hated me from the
Oh
start?
my god.
Literally walks off without even taking my drink order.
Same-
Comes back
same
and I'm like, "Hey, can I
situation.
order a drink?" And she's like, "I guess." I'm like, "Fuck me."
Right.
But she was cute.
Can I order a new waitress?
Can I give anybody but you?
But no, to answer that question, I would never cheat on Ethan.
Tori,
I don't
have
any
you ever
desire
thought about
to.
cheating?
No.
And why? Why not?
Why would I?
I don't know.
I have everything at home. Why do I need someone else?
Everything, huh? So that's all
His
I am
name
to you?
is-
That's all I am to you? Everything? Cool. Does this relationship make you forget about the relationships you had in the past? I'm going to answer for myself. I will always have PTSD, so no.
Same. No.
I will always be
Because of
reminded
that.
of the fact that I have it 10 billion times better than I've ever had it. Anyway, does this relationship make you forget about your past relationships?
I love mold.
I don't ever think about anyone from the past, if that's what you mean.
Why'd you look at me like
Look,
that
I've
side
never
eye?
saw-
You didn't. Nobody heard what I said.
What'd you say?
You can play it back. I ain't
Whisper,
saying it again.
whisper it to me.
I
I mean, I heard you say like you agreed to his PTSD thing, but after that, I didn't hear nothing.
Say mold.
Does it count if it's from
Let's
you?
just put me on the spot. I mean,
it's from me?
goddamn.
Yeah, like what if he has PTSD from the first time y'all were together?
I literally
I don't blame him. I was a
Don't
bitch.
blame him.
Like I was a
So
raging bitch. Like,
Does
I
this
don't-
relationship make you forget about the relationship you had in the past?
I mean, like Tori said, I don't think about the past relationships I've had.
The only
Thank you.
time I ever think about any of those people is when you jokingly make fun of me about them.
Well, see, to be fair though,
Oops.
I didn't have very
He's
many
crippled.
relationships.
Stop.
Because like every relationship I had was like a long period of time. It wasn't like I bounced from people to people, you know. So I mean, I don't have very many before. I mean, there's one right before him that was the longest standing one, but I don't ever think about what it was. I'm not worried about it. That was in the past.
Yeah.
So squash that shit.
And this is going to be our last question. We just hit an hour, and I think we are going to keep it at an hour. So, do you look forward to the future with your partner?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay, well, this has been another episode of At Least You Know a Comedy Show. I learned a lot. Tori actually does like me, even though she doesn't
How
act
do
like
you
it.
feel?
Shit, we got something
Oh,
to
about
talk
the
about.
future?
No, never mind.
Because I just realized I didn't. I was sitting over here just fucking spacing out, playing with my fucking Twitch thingy, whatever the fuck you called it the other day.
Literally, he acknowledges the fact that, oh, Tori actually likes me, and Ethan's over here like, Velcro.
dude, I'm so fucking tired.
She must really like me if we're doing this again, so I don't need to
But
worry.
I mean, yeah, I like you, so we good.
Damn straight, you like me?
I think
What was that?
I've never seen somebody so willingly fist bump their fucking significant other. It's a different level.
That's how you know.
Tori, take notes.
We can't
So,
fist bump. You'll break my hand.
I think
Is this
part
better?
4.
Oh,
Stop. I think part 4 we should
Fucking
do
fifth grade.
the newlywed game. I think that would be fun. Like if
Yes.
we set that up, that'd be fun as hell.
goddamn, you're gonna break my wrist.
But this has
What-
been
what-
another episode of At Least You Know Comedy Show. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. If you like the new setup, please let us know in the motherfucking comments. Please like our page. Join the Facebook group. We're going to start posting silly stuff on there. I'm going to post a poll on there and see what type of stuff people want us to post. Maybe memes or something like
Yeah.
that.
And if you don't like the new setup, fuck you. We're not changing it again.
Yeah, I've put
stuck
so much
with it.
fucking work into this goddamn room. I'm sick of it. Sam, Tori, thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. Hope you guys had fun. Hope dinner was good. I will see y'all motherfuckers next
And
time.
I'm gonna go home and prepare for my second divorce. So
Can't divorce if you're not married.
Jesus, give me strength.
Jesus, take the wheel.